That means I get the lovely task of getting to tell you about the wonderful choice that you have made being a chamber member, or if you're thinking of being a chamber member. And I want to say right here on the spot, congratulations on making the very smart business decision to join the first five-star chamber in California. And that is not a small feat. There are only two in the state of California. So 5 star is kind of like a Zagat rating. That means we're the bomb. That's pretty much, that's how that works. So there's 4 basic categories that I want to cover for you today. We got a really high view, we got a historical view, and I was thinking to myself, it felt really good. I haven't heard Sue do that presentation in a while. So it's really wonderful for me to see a 100-year, 50-year view of what I do every day and how it can affect the community coming past. So the 4 basic categories: networking, advertising, education, and economic vitality. I know one or more of these means something to you. So I'm going to drill it down to find ways that you can get the most out of your chamber membership and make the most of it. Networking, it's the easiest answer. Everybody gets it. I need to meet people to get more business. That's the most standard answer. I don't know if anybody here has ever been to one of our monthly mixers. They're wonderful. I like them because there's food, there's wine, there's people. Sometimes there's music, there's prizes. It's really standard networking. Now, we have events that hit every hour of the day. So some people are morning people, some are afternoon, some are evening. This is what I call the cocktail party. I've had a long day. I'm going to go have a wonderful glass of wine thanks to our local crops. I'm going to meet some great people. I'm going to have some friendships. So for me, the networking event is a no-brainer. Does anybody here get nervous when they talk to somebody they don't know or in a room full of people? I'm a professional speaker, and I get nervous. Every single person in this room gets nervous. Bank on it. We're all nervous. So you're not special, you're not different, and it's not that you don't get it. So if you see an ambassador or anybody with a gold badge, you can walk over to me and say, introduce me to somebody I don't know. And we will do so. That's why we're here. So we have the monthly mixers. We also have quarterly events. We have the annual black tie businessman, businesswoman of the year, the big hurrah, the annual banquet. We have a golf event, which is coming up Friday. It's a Friday, right? So we have the golf event, which is great. The ag business barbecue. It's a little bit more khakis and jeans, outdoors, boots kind of a thing. I have not yet been. I'm looking forward to it. I know there's going to be people that I haven't met that might feel more comfortable there. And what's interesting is that you can get out of your own comfort zone and bounce around a little bit. We have the Business Expo that Lydia had a wonderful, I was so pleased to see your booth. So it's a wonderful event. I love it. I've been there every year. Now you can have a booth or you can be a wanderer. I'm a wanderer. I like to mix and socialize. I like the food. I like the drinks. I like the toys. I like the candy. So the Business Expo is a wonderful event for that. Networking, advertising, it encompasses a lot of things. Happens every year. So if you missed it this year, don't worry, it comes back next year. So ag business barbecue, golf. We have Good Morning Santa Rosa, which are generally of educational nature. I think I went to the one 2 years ago for the supervisors. This one this year I missed, but it was the candidates, the DA candidates. Several candidates are up for election. Today's election day. I hope everybody voted. But those are some standard ways that you can network. Good Morning Santa Rosa is in fact morning. We have many educational seminars, which generally are the lunch hour. And then we have the cocktail events. So it depends on when your circadian rhythm happens, we have something for you. So there is also the YPN, which stands for the Young Professionals Network. I know Oscar and I believe Dr. Darius back there. Nobody is ever in the room with a fellow YPNer. So what happens if Sue has been in her architecture firm for a very long time? I know Sue, but if I'm uncomfortable walking up to Sue and saying, "Hi, I'm Gary Rigo," if I need to start a little bit closer to my own age range, the YPN is designed for professionals under the age of 40 that are still working their way up the career ladder. It's a twofold. It's a way to get into networking, to build your own network that's based around your general age range, but it also feeds into the chamber so that once they're more comfortable, they can circulate with the general chamber. So it is a division of the chamber, the Young Professionals Network. If there's anybody in your firm or anybody that you know that might want to get a start in networking, but might feel a little uncomfortable being in a huge room full of people that aren't exactly in their niche, it's a great place. I am a member. So there's also committees, the advocacy committee. If you're interested in governmental affairs and the way that business can be done from a government standpoint, finance committee, which Sue's on. I'm interested in education, so I'm on an education committee. I interview students once a year. So depending on what you're interested in, golf, an event, the wine event, which I did forget, there is a wine appreciation event as well. So if you love to do parties, if you love to have a great time and put on a great time for other people, that's another way for you to participate. So the committees are a way for you to identify what's important to you, what's interesting to you, and how do you break down 1,000 members of a chamber? You break them into smaller pods. So if you belong to a committee, you get to intimately work with those people on an event for a major goal, and that way you get to network with an even smaller group of people with similar interests, like health or debt. So that can be used further down the line. When we get to advertising, everybody here has a listing on our chamber website. I suggest you go take a look at your listing, make sure it's spelled correctly, your phone number is correct, check your link, make sure it goes to your website. So that right there, you're on the website. As new members, you're listed on the new member page for 1 month. You also have the opportunity to choose to be in the physical hand page directory. You can choose to have enhanced listings that kind of jump off the page. We have Taste Santa Rosa, Visit Santa Rosa. We have a lot of different, we even have green. You still have the green site? So if you are into green building the solar, I don't know, that might be something of interest to you. Check it out. So when it comes to the golf event, or any events that we have, often we have flyers and they require large sponsors. You get a tremendous amount of advertising capability if you sponsor an event. The golf event is particularly fun because you can sponsor a hole or a contest, and it's a lot of fun on the course, and that's a tremendous amount of exposure. You can brand yourself. There's a way for you to get your brands in any one of our events or seminars that we're having. So you have that kind of an option as well. I do believe we have an email blast. It comes out approximately once a week. If you're not getting that email, you should be. If you would like to, please let us know. We want you to get all of the information. In the email blast, there is a section for advertising, a standard email banner. I know that a couple different ambassadors have rotated, and they're very, very pleased with the results that they're getting. That's a weekly email, and it goes out to about 1,000 people. So that's a great option as well.